the famous Oriental Rabbanim of yesteryear. And we're about to approach, at the time of recording, the month of Sivan. So actually, Yud Zayin Sivan, in the month of Sivan, is going to symbolize the yahrzeit, the Hilula of a great Persian Rabbi Yedidia Shofet Z'tl, who was nicknamed also Chacham Yedidia. Really, really great rabbi. He was actually born in the English year 1908, to be precise, on November the 14th. And what's interesting, he passed away on June the 24th in the year 2005. He was a former chief rabbi of Iran, and you could say he was a worldwide spiritual leader of entire Persian, the Iranian Jewry, very much so. So he was actually born, as we said before, on November the 14th in the year 1908 in an area called Kashan in Iran, which is Kashan is a city in the central district of the Kashan county in northern part of Isfahan, which is interesting. He came from a family with 12 generations of rabbis. He would move to Tehran shortly after the Second World War. His family, who has long lineage of rabbis, which we talk about, naturally are Sephardic Jews from Kashan, from Iran. He was actually very great when it came to languages. He was fluent in several languages, including Persian, Kashi, Aramaic, and also Hebrew over there. So let's look at some of his history. Rabbi Shofet served as a chief rabbi of Iran. He became, naturally, as we stated before, he became a liaison and spokesperson for Iranian Jews before the Shah, government officials, and Islamic clerics. It's reported over. He was instrumental in persuading the Shah and other government officials in the early 1950s to allow Iraqi Jews who had been forced to leave Iraq to find temporary refuge in Iran before many of them eventually emigrated to the land of Israel. Rabbi Shofet actually corresponded with rabbinic authorities of his days, including the famous rabbis such as Rabbi Ovadia Hadia and also Chacham Ovadia Yosef also. What's reported over is, following the Iranian Revolution of the year 1979 and the execution of Habib el-Ghanian, Rav Shofet, along with thousands of other Iranian Jews, immigrated to Southern California, where obviously now we know that many people, there's a huge Persian community in Los Angeles. While no longer working as a liaison for Iranian Jews, he continued to serve as a symbolic religious figure, urging Iranian Jewish families to preserve their Jewish tradition. It was very much into Judaism, like strengthening Yahadut, strengthening Judaism and pride, Jewish pride. In the United States, Rabbi Shofet, with his son and other community leaders, helped establish the Nessa synagogue in Beverly Hills in California. Very, very famous synagogue. The Nessa synagogue is a spectacular one also, which is, so Rabbi Shofet actually married Rabbanit Heshmat Shofet. They had 4 sons, including David Shofet. So he was a great Rabbi David Shofet became a great Iranian rabbi in America. He was a founder and chief rabbi of the Nessa synagogue in Beverly Hills in California. Also, other children include Musa Shofet, also Ebi Shofet, and Morad Shofet, respectively. And he had 2 daughters, Yafa Nazar Adeh, and also Naima Abri Shami. Also, he passed away in the English state June the 24th in 2005 in Los Angeles. At the time of passing, he was 96 years old. He was buried at the Eden Memorial Park Cemetery in Mission Hills in California, which was also reported over. Yes, it's actually interesting. This is just really another example of really great Persian rabbi. We've talked about other Persian rabbis also inside this incredible series, but Rabbi Yedidia Shofet was definitely among that as one of the great rabbis of Iran. Also, it's actually interesting, he was actually born, just to go back to it, in 1908. The Hebrew date was Chaf Cheshvan, and he passed away in Yud Zayin Sivan in the year 2005 also. So that is very, very much interesting. And chief rabbis, we actually did a separate video, which I recommend everyone to look with in regards to, we did a video of the chief rabbis of Iran of yesteryear, at one stage only a few weeks ago. So it's actually interesting. Now we can concentrate on another great rabbi from Iran itself, respectively. It's actually interesting. I'm just looking at some pictures of the stunning Nessa synagogue in Beverly Hills at the time, as I am just speaking also at the moment. So just a couple more things we could say about him. He gained a prominence in Iran itself for his eloquent speeches and ability to easily connect with people who approached for him for help. So he was really very much a people's person who would really found it very, very easy to engage with all the different great Rabbanim of yesteryear also. I believe also he was a mohel, and he also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he would perform the Brit Milah for many, many people also. And actually his wedding was in the year 1935, which we spoke about before. And just to add on a few more things, in the year 1947, the Chacham Yedidia Shofet moved his family to Tehran, and upon arrival, he opened his notary office near the Quresh Syro synagogue. Very, very interesting. Besides, over there, he taught religious subjects. Over there, I believe in the Alliance schools. He offered lectures and sermons at Quresh and the Hayim synagogues also. It's actually interesting. Rabbi Yitzchak Levi was a founder of Otzar Torah institution, and he invited him to collaborate with the cultural organization to help train Hebrew teachers and participate in its seminars. We talked about the Otzar HaTorah in different videos also. Until 1981, as the chief rabbi of the Iranian community, Chacham Yedidia continued to carry the critical responsibility for more than 30 years also, which is very, very interesting. But going back to it, it's actually interesting. Also, he moved to America, I believe, in the year 1981, and in 2001, as the Nessa Cultural Center was moved to a new location, one of the largest religious and cultural centers of the Iranian Jewish community in the United States was formed. He was reported so, but also he was keenly aware of politics, and deep insight and broad vision helped him guide many such leaders. His words were also proved effective and constructive at many sensitive occasions also. So very much, really, really great rabbi, really much a people's person, and one of the great Persian rabbis in Jewish history also, which I very much recommend everyone to read upon. Yud Zayin Nis Sivan is his Hilula, and don't forget to light candles in his memory.